Attention passionate Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Let's get to the news, all right. So here's the scoop that's been buzzing around the NFL circles. Rumors that could shake up the entire NFC West, and honestly, the entire league. It's about a possible trade that might be coming out of Miami, and it involves none other than De'Von Achane, the explosive rookie running back from the Dolphins. Now, this isn't just another idle rumor. It's coming from some pretty trustworthy sources like Adam Schefter, who's been hinting that Miami's front office might be making some bold moves despite their current struggles. And let's be real, when Schefter drops a hint like this, you better pay attention because it might be the start of something huge. The Dolphins, sitting at a disappointing 3-6, are in a bit of chaos right now. Their cap space is tight, around $20 million, which makes any roster adjustment a real puzzle. The team is also facing some internal issues, especially with whispers about Tua Tagovailoa's concussion concerns. Miami's management seems to be looking for ways to free up cap space to extend Tyreek Hill's contract, but they're also in a bind. They need to improve their run game. Their current rushing attack ranks 26th in the league, averaging just 3.8 yards per carry, which is definitely not good enough when you're trying to contend in the AFC. Enter De'Von Achane. The young back has been making waves with his elusiveness and explosive plays. At just 24 years old, Achane has already shown what he's capable of in his limited action this season. As of the first week of November 2025, he's carried the ball 132 times for 712 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging about 5.4 yards per carry. His yards after contact per carry are impressive at 3.3, and he boasts a PFF grade of 87. 2, which puts him among the league's top backs when it comes to efficiency. Achane isn't just a runner. He's also a threat in the passing game, with 25 receptions for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns this season. What's really exciting about Achane is his vision and burst. His ability to hit the hole and accelerate through it reminds many Seahawks fans of the kind of back we've been craving, someone who can turn the game on its head with a single burst. The Dolphins, despite their struggles, see Achane as a potential star, especially considering his career totals of around 100 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns so far. He's a player who has missed some time with an ankle tweak, but has consistently shown he's capable of breaking tackles, forcing missed tackles at an impressive rate of 42 per year, and maintaining an explosive run rate of about 84%. Achane's style of play, fast, elusive, and explosive, has drawn comparisons to Alvin Kamara when he was rising with the Saints, and some analysts believe Achane could elevate any offense he joins. Now that's where it gets really interesting for Seahawks fans. The Dolphins, in their current state, are skeptical about their backfield's future. Their run game isn't cutting it, and their defense is allowing close to 28 points per game, which isn't going to cut it when you're fighting for playoff positioning. Miami's strategy might be to make a bold move, trading Achane for a third-round pick in 2026. That's a pretty valuable asset, especially considering Achane's explosiveness and the potential he has to be a game-changer. And it's not hard to see why Seahawks fans should be excited about this possibility. Adding Achane to the Seahawks backfield alongside Kenneth Walker III could be a game-changer. Imagine the duo, Walker's power and vision combined with Achane's speed and burst. This kind of backfield would be a nightmare for defenses trying to contain Seattle's rushing attack. The Seahawks, who currently sit at 6-2 with a solid $12 million in cap space, are already one of the most balanced teams in the league. Their offense has been clicking, especially on the ground, averaging around 170 rushing yards per game, up from 130 at the start of the season. With Achane's addition, that number could climb even higher, making Seattle even more dangerous and unpredictable. In fact, the Seahawks are already leveraging their rushing attack to control the clock and wear down opponents, clocking in around 31 minutes of possession per game. Their ability to diversify their offense against physical NFC West opponents like the 49ers would only improve with a player like Achane. His ability to gain an extra yard or 2 contact, break tackles, and create big plays would add a new dimension to Seattle's offense. Plus, his track record against Seahawks' current running backs shows an advantage, averaging +1. 7 yards per contact and 11% more broken tackles, which translates into more explosive plays and longer drives. Looking ahead to the playoffs, Achne's potential impact is even more exciting. The betting odds for the Super Bowl right now favor the Seahawks, with their odds improving from +2,000 to +1,200, and adding Achne could be the final piece to push them over the top. His ability to generate bursts, like those that helped him rack up 712 yards, could be the difference maker in tight playoff games. Think about the kind of runs Lynch used to make, powering through defenders and shifting the tempo of the game. Achne has that kind of burst, and if he joins Seattle, he could become the X-factor that guides the Seahawks deep into the postseason. From a strategic standpoint, this trade would be a masterstroke for the Seahawks. Adding a young, dynamic playmaker like Achne would not only bolster their rushing attack, but also give Geno Smith and the offense more options to keep defenses guessing. Seattle's coaching staff has always thrived on versatility and speed, and Achne's style fits perfectly into that mold. The Seahawks' offensive line has been solid, and with a back like Achne, they could really start to impose their will on opponents, especially in physical matchups like those against the 49ers and Rams. Plus, from a broader perspective, this move could signal the Seahawks' aggressive approach heading into the second half of the season. With a roster that's already looking good, adding a player like Achne could be the spark that elevates their entire team. It's about making a statement, showing that they're not content just being contenders, but are intent on being champions. The AFC might be stacked, but the Seahawks are well positioned to make a run, especially if they have that extra gear on offense. Of course, Miami isn't just giving up Achne for nothing. They're looking for a third-round pick in 2026, which is a fair price considering Achne's upside. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off big time for the Seahawks. With the playoffs approaching, every move counts, and this could be the kind of shakeup that propels Seattle to new heights. Achne's speed, vision, and ability to make big plays could be the missing link that turns a good team into a great one. So Seahawks fans, keep your eyes peeled. This isn't just speculation. It's a real possibility that could change the landscape of the NFC West and give Seattle a serious edge. Achne's addition would be a statement move, showing that the Seahawks are all in on making another Super Bowl run. The NFL is a league of momentum, and right now, this potential trade has the power to shift everything in Seattle's favor. Imagine the excitement of seeing Achne slicing through defenses, breaking tackles, and electrifying Lumen Field. That's the kind of football we love, and it's exactly what the Seahawks need to keep pushing toward the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Achne could be the spark Seattle needs to make a deep playoff run? Or do you think Miami should hold on to their young star? Whatever your opinion, it's always great to see our community debating and sharing ideas. The Seahawks are building something special this year, and moves like this could be the difference between a good season and a legendary one. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's see how this story unfolds. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.